Alright people, welcome to your jacked session. So, as with always, if you've already done the CrossFit session, just roll straight into this. If not, you're going to get yourself warm. And what we're going to do is you're going to do 5 down to 1 of burpees and push-ups. So, you're going to do 5 of each, 4 of each, etc, all the way down to 1. With your push-ups, do something that's easily achievable. They're not big numbers. We're not trying to like hammer out any strength work at this point. We're just trying to get ourselves mobile, warmed up, ready to go. So if that means you need to use something higher up and just get them reps out, just do it that way. Don't like I say, try and challenge yourself on this or anything. It's just a warm-up. We're just getting going. Next part, we're going to roll in with some dumbbell floor press. And what we're going to do with this is going to do a set of 20 on one arm, and then we're going to do a 20-second hold at the top. And then we're going to switch arms, do another set of 20, another 20-second hold, and that'll be a full set. And we're going to do 4 sets of that. In between that, you're going to rest for a minute and a half, so 90 seconds. With your floor press, what I'd like is for your legs to be straight out. If you put them up, you tend to be able to like support yourself a little bit more through the transferred tension from the floor and your hip. If we're laid completely flat, it takes all that away and isolates it a little bit more to our triceps, our shoulder and our chest. So we want to be laying it down nice and strong, shoulder blades back, and then you want to push that up. And we're going to keep that going for all 20. As soon as we finish that 20, we're going to hold it at the top for 20 seconds. Mississippi people. And then you're going to switch arms and you're going to go again on the other side. Like I say, 4 sets on that bad boy. Once we've done that, we're going to go for some Tabata, because I love a Tabata. But with the Tabata, we're going to hit some narrow squats. Now, what I want you to remember on these narrow squats is we're still trying to keep our squat form good. You would never do these squats with any reasonable amount of weight. What we're trying to do here is get a good burn on our quads. These aren't squats that you would do in a CrossFit class. We're definitely not trying to load it up anywhere near a decent percentage of our weight. So a narrow squat is as it says. You just want to get a little bit narrower on your squat. So my normal squat stance is here. I would bring it into here, and then I'd still try and maintain that nice high chest, still try and keep them knees pushing out, tracking over my toes, but obviously my toes are a little bit narrower. So you're just going to bust them out. You're going to do that for a Tabata. If this feels particularly light and particularly easy, you're going to grab yourself a hold of a weight. It doesn't matter what it is. You're going to hold it goblet, and then you're going to go that way. Again, like I say, with your weight, nothing extremely heavy, nothing mental. Simply because by doing this, we're putting a little bit more pressure on our knees, which isn't ideal, but obviously we're not putting a massive amount of weight through it. If you do feel any pain in your knees or anything like that, just go straight back to your normal squats, or if that starts to hurt, then just completely quit it. You don't need to be hammering out squats, working on your quads. If your knees are hurting, it's not a good idea. Perfect them normal squats, get them without pain, and then we'll move on to slightly more complex stuff like the narrow squats. However, you will feel that burn in your quads, yeah? That's perfectly normal. It's meant to hurt all up here. It's meant to be like a burny pain. That rest period isn't going to be very long. You're going to hit it again. So once we've done that, going to ease your legs off a little bit. We're going to do some dumbbell hang clean and jerk. So this might sound like a very CrossFit-y thing to do, and it is, but what I want you to do is think more hypertrophy than CrossFit. So what we're doing is we're overloading some really small muscles in a really short amount of time. So you're going to do 8 rounds, 30 seconds work, 30 seconds rest, and for each round you're going to alternate your arms, and you're going to do a hang clean straight into a jerk. So you're going to go from here down by your side, up to your shoulder, and then you're going to push it overhead. And ideally what I'd like you to be doing is doing the opposite of what we would do in a normal CrossFit class. So you see what I was doing there when I was just kind of busting it out without really moving my legs too much? That's what you guys want to be doing. So the weight doesn't want to be heavy. It wants to be like probably like 50% of what you think you can manage. So if you see a 22.5 and think, well, I could probably do for that for like, I don't know, three or 4 reps, then that's not what you want to be going at. You want to be going pretty light, and then you can blast through a load of reps and really fatigue them arms and shoulders. You want to be getting like a really good amount of work in that 30 seconds. I'm talking like 20 reps or something like that, quite a lot of reps each side. So like I say, you'll do 30 seconds work on one side, 30 seconds rest, and then 30 seconds work on the other side, and then you'll go back around again. And that's going to be for 8 rounds. It isn't something we normally do in jack to move that quick. It will gas you out a little bit, but like I say, try and focus on not really using momentum too much and not really using that jerk. Obviously, when you get tired and when everything starts to hurt, you're going to need to use it more, but that's kind of the point. Use it the least amount possible, and then when you get tired, start using it, start using that hip, start using that jump. That is what we're trying to do in terms of hypertrophy. So like, we're knackering your muscle out a lot, and then when it's really, really knackered out and it feels like it can't do any more, give it a little bit of help so it can carry on a little bit more, and then when it's really, really knackered, give it a little bit more help, and hopefully we'll get to that point where we really, really fatigue the muscle, and it'll need to regrow, hopefully bigger, to keep going and keep doing what you've asked of it, basically. However, obviously, again, when you're doing CrossFit, you're doing the opposite of that. So if you were doing this in a CrossFit workout, if I asked you in a CrossFit workout, hey, let's do hand clean and jerk, I would want you to start efficiently. So start using that hip, start using that jump, start using that shrug. But obviously this is the opposite. So just have a little think about that when you're doing it. Don't build that in as like a sort of pattern. Obviously it's good to have both, because you never really know when you might need one or the other. But yeah, that is it for your jack session, people. Have a brilliant day, and I hope you enjoyed it.